Okay, what are we going to do today? Today we're going to work out how to add our own header files. So we want to be able to do this line of code here. So we need to have a header file that we can put the function in that's going to give us this, allow us to be able to use this piece of code. So we're going to go to my project, we're going to right click on it, and we're going to add a folder. Folder is going to be called header. And we are going to, in header, we're going to right click again, add new item, and this is going to be my log .h. Add that. In here we've got pragma once is a header guard, and basically what that does is it protects the idea of it is I can't give the full technical idea of that, what pragma once means, because I'm not clever enough. Simple as. I'm still learning C++ myself. But basically what it means is it stops you including this file in too many other so basically you can only include it once in a compilation file, so it avoids it being used too many times and having double entries. If it has double entries in it, then it will just cause loads of errors. We're going to go with something like this, which is just, we're simply going to print out a message, which is why we need the iostream and the string. We need to be able to see out log and then our message, and that's going to come through into here. Now if we uncomment this, we will, as you can see, get an error. It doesn't identifier, doesn't know what it is. We need to include it. Once we include it, oh no, we don't want to iostream, we've already got that once. We need to go up one because it's we've opened it in one folder up. Click on that, and then we can just press the tab key, and now we got it, and that should give us the option to use this, which has several advantages doing it this way, because log application started, which is basically that. What it allows us to do is, instead of having to continually we could do this like in here we could put you could put whatever you wanted in here, sort of thing. It's because we knocked the end off of it. Let's do the next one as well. And as you can see, we only need to write this piece of code once, instead of having to write this piece of code every time we want to write or log something to the screen. So theoretically, we click that now, we should get the 4 outputs one after another, and they wrap around because we use end of line. And that's how I learned to create my own header files. Now, I mean, this can get really, you can do really complex things. We can do classes, we can have CPP files to go with these, compilation files to go with these header files. So we only do things like definition, we do a definition in here, and then it's enacted in the C++ file. The other really good thing about being able to load your own header files, it helps you keep your main file under control, which is always a problem, especially for when you begin. When I very first started doing this, my main file was huge, and then you slowly learn to move the stuff away into different header files, and it does start to make things much easier, because you're organizing stuff in a really logical way. You end up with all your header files in your header files, all your CPP files in your source files, and it just makes things a lot easier. Anyhow, I thought what we're going to try on the next, because although this is really interesting doing it this way, I found one of the best ways of learning was to actually try to do a little project. I mean, I didn't start on a small project when I decided I was going to do some 3D project, which really was difficult. But the next little project I want to do is I want to turn this into an actual login program. So we'll be able to print stuff to the screen, and even, if we're lucky, add a little bit of colour to it, just make it a little bit nicer. Anyhow, thanks for watching if you did.